Hey Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nicki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too. Hello and welcome to Slice Squad Spills. This is Nicki Wildflower and today I've got a special guest with me. I actually invited on my business partner of Slice Strands, the CEO of Slice Strands and the creator of Slice Strands, and she literally has no idea what she's in for today. Like none at all. Zero preparation. I'm just literally going to ask her shit and she doesn't even know what's about to happen. So hi, Alyssa.
Hi, everything's fine.
This is exciting because I just feel like having to show with two seven-figure CEOs that maybe don't even fully understand how to use a Google Sheet is really inspirational for people.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We're just normal people too. Mm-hmm.
Just sky's the limit, you know? So I barely even prepped like this, so I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth. But the first question I think I'm going to ask you is if Slice Strands were a cocktail, what's in it? What is it? What's the cocktail?
Is it alcoholic? Yeah, it has to be. It's not a mocktail.
It's not a mocktail.
Okay. If it was a cocktail, it's definitely tequila.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Because it's going to knock you down. You're going to need two of them, and you're going to be on the ground. It's tequila. Maybe
I feel
some
like
grape.
It's the expensive kind.
Yeah, it's totally expensive kind. Top shelf. You can only get it special places, like a remote place in Mexico. Very exclusive. It's got a little bit of grapefruit. It's kind of sour, but also ultra sweet. So there's got to be something sweet in there. And it has a rim of something good too.
So I could see it being smoky because our warehouse is in Colorado.
It's smoky because there was fires. It's ultra smoky.
That's awful.
Nicki's it was smoky once. Now it's smoky forever. It's coming for us. It's gone now. Okay. Everything's fine.
It is. Everything is fine. Oh, yeah. So some kind of a tequila cocktail. Maybe we just came up with a signature drink and
we did.
Even though Alyssa doesn't drink at all, but I do. So we can.
It could be lemon too. It's going to be fruity.
It sure is.
It's going to be fruity. Fruity, salty, sweet, strong.
Strong for sure.
That's what it's going to be.
There. I like it. Does it have a name?
I don't know the name. What would I name it? Too many names. I can only name so many things.
Why wouldn't it be sugar and slice?
That's true. That's what it should be. Sugar and sliced.
Okay. Explain what we do to a toddler in 30 seconds.
Here's what we do, you little sweetie. You see that your parent might not have hair they love, and we created something to give them hair like yours.
Yay. Faster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. I'm faster to them. Your parents need hair.
I think a toddler would buy it. But I just also remember there's I think we got to put caffeine. I think we got to put caffeine in the drink.
We do. There would be some sort of clear caffeine, like an energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's the carrier. Mm-hmm.
If I were to give you $10 million right now, and I just said, here's $10 million, you don't have to do anything anymore, would you take it?
No, that's not enough.
You go. I also don't have $10 million laying around, just so we're clear.
Here's the thing. I did this morning with ChatGPT. You know how you'll get those prompts of what to ask ChatGPT?
Yeah.
And then you plug it into ChatGPT. And it was if you had no fear and no worries, what would you do? And I was go to the beach and live in a beach house. And I would do nothing. Absolutely nothing. But just be on the beach, fully present. Because I've never really been able to do that in my life yet. I will one day. And it was that's really beautiful for you, Alyssa. And it was what about money? And I said, you said no fear. There's no fear there. You'd have to have so much money or freedom or whatever that you didn't worry about at all. In 10 million, there's still fear because I'm only 39. That's a lot of life left. It's not enough.
Yeah. Although it would compound over time if it was invested, right?
Do you think that the two that don't do well with a spreadsheet would be able to compound that over time?
No, we'd have to find somebody to do it.
Be real. We'd be look at what we did. We went to a beach house. It was super fun.
I'd have to be help. Yeah. I'm going to name some things that we've actually spent money on, and you need to defend them like they were absolutely the best thing that we've ever done in our entire lives. Ready?
Okay.
5,000 ultimate clips.
They have been really good. There are a lot of good PR for people, and they're really good for highlighting and extensions. The best talking point is like I use them to tease my hair too. So here's the thing. The magic website is really magic. It just overproduced what we needed at the time. And we still have them. And anytime I need PR for something, I'm like, but wait, ultimate clips, it's the ultimate gift. So I feel like it was a gift from above that we needed these to give to everybody. I feel like almost everyone has one or 2 or 8.
How about the retreat?
Oh, I do really. The retreat, is that really? I can't even really defend that because in my heart, I just love that place. You could be as mad as you want in it. You could be out. You could be like, this was nuts, right? Or this isn't it. All you have to do is take your shoes off and stand where the concrete begins. And you're like, best choice ever.
No, I love it there too. I love it there too.
Because it's like, where else are you going to feel like that? Nowhere. There's nowhere that quiet. There's nowhere that cool. And like, we did that.
What are some like ridiculous ideas that we had that didn't
we didn't do?
No, that didn't work out. We've probably had a few. I gotta think of them.
We have had a few. We've had a lot of wild ideas, but some of them we like almost did. What about when we were going to buy a place in New York and then rent it out to people? And then
thank God we didn't do that. That was so expensive. And for what?
I don't know. Maybe it would have worked, maybe not, but sometimes it just didn't work. We thought it was really gonna though.
I was getting weird vibes though. So
yeah,
you can't go against that. Yeah. And now I'm here. I mean, New York is just insane. That would have been horrid.
Well, we were like, we'll live there sometimes. We'll live here sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need. More chaos. Let's see. We thought we were going to be
a reality show. We're still working on our reality show.
That should happen. I still feel it's very funny sometimes when we have events and stuff like that.
We could have a reality show of what it's like for you to be in Colorado, because I think if you just had a camera and I could just narrate it, I would be laughing all the time, because not only me, like I think I'm super funny, but your life is also very funny, and me standing on the other side of it, sometimes it's so hard for me not to laugh. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Like the things people say in Colorado. The things people say to you is the funniest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Tell the audience.
Okay. Here's how this goes.
Without naming specific names in case they listen to the podcast.
I would never. Okay. I would never. So this is Nicki. Hey, yeah, like my wife and I are going on a cruise, and they're like, that's so amazing. Do you know that this one time in college, I kissed a girl? I'm like, what?
Why does everyone tell me that?
Then the 5 minutes later, somebody else, she's like, yeah, so my wife and I, we have 2 children. They're both 3. And they're like, you know what's crazy? In college, I kissed a girl. I'm like, oh my God, it's everybody.
Everybody like has to tell me about their one time.
I'm like, you guys, it's not contagious. Like, it's okay to just be who you are. She's still going to like you. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And then they'll be like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm like, you know, she's going to know you're not, right? Like, she literally is from New York. So you saying that you've like been there once, these sweet little Colorado, because I am one, Colorado mom, country bumpkins, like we think we're city people and we're just really not. And we wear overalls and we're just like dirty a little bit from being outside. And the difference in culture is because we don't know any different, right? It's big.
Yeah. It's a huge difference in culture.
It's hilarious.
But I like it. I think it's so fun.
It is so fun. And they'll try so hard to like be relatable to Nicki, and Nicki could care less. Like, you're just like, yeah, cool. But I still like, that's not who you are.
I don't so care.
Funny to watch. It's so
I'm happy here. You don't have to be like me. We're good. You absolutely do not have to make out with women to be relatable to me. I promise. Or be from the East Coast.
9 out of 10 people.
You know, I'm from New York too. I moved here when I was 3 months, but
I was born outside of New York. I'm like, okay. So our stations are like, if you're watching, our stations are like this, but they're just a mirror away from, like, one side of the mirror is her and the other side is me. And so you're trying to pay attention to your client, like, as much as you can, but sometimes this stuff is so funny, like, you just can't. Like, you're just like, this is too funny. I don't know what else to do. But in the beginning, like, I had to have my little aha moments because Nicki taught me how to do what I'm doing, some of it. And I was like, just let me have my little moments of like, this is so cool. And I'll just look over there and I'm like, what? This is so like, so much of it is just who she is to her. And so much of it to me is like, hey, look, Ma, I made it a little bit. So I'm like, huh,
Oh my gosh. Not even like, I mean,
it's just cool.
you have, but not because of that, obviously, because of your own hard work. But yeah, it's really wild. Now I've been here for like 8 months, I think.
What's your favorite thing about being in this, other than being a townie? What is your favorite thing about
I like being a
being in
townie.
like a small area? Is it the people? Is it like community? What's the biggest difference that you picked up right away?
Community for sure. Like it's not really like that where I'm from at all. Like people don't really like, I feel like everywhere I go, I end up like just having conversations with people. That does not have, like, you just don't talk to people like that. You just don't. Like you avoid that at all costs. You don't say hi to people when you're walking, anything like that. So it's really cool. Just like seeing the same people over and over again is cool. And like people like running into the same people. And no, I think that I always like kind of wanted that. Maybe we always kind of like long for something that we don't have, but I always kind of wanted that community. So I think that's really cool. And I don't know. I just feel like I've embraced all of it.
I think it's pretty cool. And I think it's neat to see, like, in the beginning, I watched it, people be like, what's going on? And then like a couple weeks and they're like, hi, Nikki, hi, Nikki, hi, Nikki, hi, Nikki. How's the kid? Like they just immediately pick it up. They're like, oh, cool. Just another,
She's just here
like,
now.
yeah. And like, especially with a salon being on Main Street, they'll just come in. They're like, oh, is Nikki here? Like, it's just how it goes. They just come on in. Everybody is kind of one. It's community for sure.
Yeah.
But
I really like that.
the good thing is, and what I tell my clients is like, listen, I don't need you to be in my family to know that if my child was somewhere in a fire, you would save them. That's what I want. I want to know that we have that type of community. Like if there was danger, we would all come together. And that is small town. And that's really cool because what would you do in a big city? Where are my children? A little different.
Yeah.
Right. So that part about having clients is cool, which leads me to my story about we had another situation where we have clients that'll come in and tell all these stories and they've sat in my chair and then they'll go to Nikki and have a totally different story. And I'm like, I'm right here. Like, what is that story? That is not what happened at all.
None of that is true.
Do you think that we're not going to talk about? Yeah, hey, I'm right here.
Like, we could hear you. We could hear each other. No, it's fun. I get to work in the salon one day a week and it's fun. I like being in there.
It's also cool to like in my career, maybe you listeners have had this, like you have a sick day or like you don't know where to send your clients because there isn't that, right? Like, what do? You're just panicky. I can be like, hey, Nikki, can you help me? And it works. That is something like bar none. That is so like we can go back and forth and nobody cares. It's just like, yeah. Like it just works. And we don't necessarily have to talk about it. It's just like, can you take her? Yes. Don't have to talk about the color formula necessarily or like train on it or any of that. It's so nice to not have the babysitting because that's one of the hardest things. I have a question for you. What would you say when I came to you as a consulting client and like described to you what my life was like and then you came into it? Did it match up? Was it like cohesive?
Yeah. And I feel like I helped you like with some of the chaos when you were my consulting client. And then we started Slice Strands together. And now it's probably more chaotic than it was before. So sometimes I'm just like, wait, did I actually help her? Did I make it worse?
But we opened up the space to have Slice Strands. Look how many people we help.
No,
like
I know.
Today, what have we done? Like, how many people have we helped today?
A lot. I've been on like multiple coaching calls with our clients and I've done classes and I'm sure you have too. And I've been live and team meetings. I just don't understand.
You wake up and it starts the moment you open your eyes, right? And then it ends the moment you go to sleep. And people will say like, what's your day off? None. Like that's not a thing, but
yeah, it's hard. Like I posted about this the other day because I always like for a long time, I really like kind of idolized Alex and Layla Hormozy. And from like a business standpoint, I still do. Like they are impressive. No doubt about it. Like what they've achieved. And at the same time, when he is constantly saying things like, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to miss the recital. You're going to have to miss this. You're going to have to miss that. And I'm like, okay, this is clearly somebody who doesn't have children. So like, I maybe don't have the capacity to do things at his level. So I say, I don't necessarily need to win as big as him, just medium, not medium, above medium, but I'm not going to miss my kid's recital. So
I
that
think
means
that you're going to miss yourself. You are going to go to all your kids' stuff and you're going to give up yourself is what's
I
going to
get
happen.
nothing.
Like,
yeah.
Like I missed one of Gabe's basketball games. I don't even remember why, like years ago. I'll never live it down. He brings it up all the time. And I'm like, dude, it was rec league. Like I coached. I did everything. I missed one and I'll never live it down. But I gave up everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause who cares? Like I'll live without my stuff, but they won't, right? And then I saw this quote that was like, your child gets up there at graduation and today was the first day of his senior year. And you're like, like you literally blink and it's over for sure. It was something like my mom outworked yours so I could be here right now. Something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's what it is. Like you just do what's in front of you. Not everybody lives the same life, right?
Yeah.
They don't like the Hormozis don't have children and what they're building. We saw it in firsthand.
Yeah.
They weren't able to even be as present as we are, like at all.
No. And being present for me is really important. It's hard. But like, yeah, what do I sacrifice? Like, I don't get to sleep in. No. When I go on vacation, like I have to wake up at 5 a.m. so that I can make sure that I get work in before the day. I have to ask Allison hey, I need to go take an hour so that I could get work done and then I'll be back fully present. Like I haven't taken a vacation actually in years.
Ever. Yeah.
In years. And I don't know. And I keep thinking that it will happen soon. I'm like, maybe in like a few months, I'll actually be able to do that when this and this and this comes into place. And it hasn't yet. And that's okay. Like, but those are the sacrifices that I'm willing to make, but not missing. Like, I'll wake up at 4 a.m. if it means I get to take my kids riding their bikes. Like,
yeah,
that's what it is. So yeah, I guess
I
I
can leave it for an hour or so, right? Like you can leave the phone, the computer to go ride bikes, but you have to come back to it. That's the pull.
You could leave it for hours, but not days.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What's funny is like, let's go to dinner. And it's like, I'm not really that fun to go with. I probably have to work. Like, really? Like, are you sure you want to do that?
I probably could be looking at my phone the whole time. I really like to go out to eat. But Allison blocked my apps on my phone after like I'm on them for an hour. She's like, if you need to work, be on your computer, not your phone. So after an hour, they lock, which is so annoying. I'm like, but I want to work on my phone. And she's like, you can't justify that to me. And I'm like, it's really good to be able to work on the go. What's the other thing? Oh, 7 p.m. They're locked. Like I literally, the only thing that I can do after 7 p.m. is create content. Or without opening up my computer, which is like, that's a whole bag of worms. Do I even want to do that?
No, because then and also remember like 2 years ago, you did it and you were like, is this anything I really needed to see till tomorrow? No. So I think that's given you some little relief, not even relief piece. Like maybe you can, I don't know what you do. I know what I do, which is like still sort of work, but at a different job. So like, I don't know what you do, like something else.
Oh, I just create content.
Yeah.
Which is still working, but it's like the creative kind.
But that means that you're in a good place. If you can create that, that's a relief for you. It's like you go to one to do the other job, right?
Yeah, I do that. Exactly. Like I do that at night. And then people ask me and you all the time, like, how do you actually get everything done? And I'm like, the amount of intentional that I have to be with my time and you have to be with your time is like out of control. There's a lot more structure than I'm comfortable with.
Right. And I was not made this way. Like, I mean, I am now, but it was built up.
No, I have to fight against what I want every single effing day because I don't want that. Like, my alarm goes off and I'm like, absolutely freaking not.
I want to pull my blanket and be like, I just want to rest.
Wait, but last night I said I didn't have, normally my meetings start at like 7 a.m., but today my first one was at 8. And I just felt like I fell asleep so late at like 11. And I was like, I cannot wake up at 5. And I said, before we went to bed, I looked at Alice and I was like, I think I'm going to do something crazy tomorrow. And she's like, what? I was like, I think I'm going to sleep till 6. She's like, wow, you're really wild,
You're really going out there.
out of control. And I'm like, that's big for me.
Did you do it?
Yes, I slept till 6, 5:45.
Good.
But yeah, it was nice. But yeah, just like extremely intentional with the time because you don't have it to play around with.
Don't you feel like those breaks though are what you need to continue?
Yeah, 100%. Because then you like go back for like sometimes you just get mad or something. That's a good one. What's the hardest part about being a business owner, specifically with employees? Not saying like that's the thing, but I mean like not a solo business owner necessarily, but one that has like employees and a whole bunch of other stuff to deal with. What's the hardest part?
There's a couple pieces to this. So having 3 different businesses, really, 2 that are fully functioning. The hardest part is being a leader is not easy because it takes courage. And sometimes it's, you don't have it, you're tired and you're not allowed to be tired. In fact, you're not really allowed to have emotions at all. You need to be kind. You need to be calm. You need to be strong. And anything you feel has to be put aside because what comes first is the business. Now, what'll happen is everybody in your circle will change. It'll be your friends, it'll be people around you, and you'll want to help them. And the part to that is that people you love work the hardest for you because they love you and they want to see you thrive. But there's a knife in there of like, do they? So you have to balance this game. Okay. When it comes to correction, how do you correct people that you eat dinner with? It's a little different. So then you have this aspect of it. And you could be mad as all get out. You could be like, you know, this cost me just, for example, $1 million, let's just say. You've just cost me $1 million. That's a lot of money. Let's imagine we lost that much. And you're angry and you're like, but who's really to blame because I let it happen? So it's easy to self-accept. You can't come in and just be like, everyone's out. I'm super angry. Now it's affected your whole life. So the first hardest part is being a leader. Because it's not always fun. Most of the time it is. Most of the time it's amazing. Sometimes it's really hard. The second hardest part is my favorite. Watching people, this is going to offend some people, and I'm just going to say it, feel like they work really hard when you are a literal slave. You're like, okay. And you need to acknowledge that that's what they feel and that's real to them. Like, you do work really hard. Your own resentment is your own at yourself. It's not to anybody else. Like, I chose this, right? So for them to be like, I'm really tired and they work 10 hours a week. Okay. All right. You're right. You're very tired and I am the owner. So communicating that is also very hard. Managing people's emotions, hard. Scheduling, for the love of God, scheduling. Can't do this. Don't feel that. I mean, I think I just got to the point in all of my businesses where I'm like, if you are not happy and thankful to be here, don't. Working with unhappy people really is such a bummer.
It really is, yeah.
Because I'm not an unhappy person. Like, that sucks. And if you're not happy, don't be here. So it goes in the beginning to like, I'm going to have all these forms and we're going to do all this stuff to like the basics of like, hey, if you're unhappy, like, please no. It's hard enough, right? That's also hard because things are going to grow and change every day. Your whole business is going to change every day. How do you adapt your team to that? It goes into leadership. It goes into correction. It goes into who works for you. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Acknowledgement. You have to balance praise with correction. Like, it's a never ending job. And then you want people to love you and also not hate you when you are the one responsible for how they get paid. That is one of the heaviest things to carry. Because if I burned it down tomorrow, let's say, if I was just like, I'm done, how many people depend on you?
A lot.
That's not easy either. So like when I go to sleep at night, let's just use a salon, for example. When I go to sleep at night, there's 16 people there that eat off of that.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, imagine I was just like, it's closing. Have a good one. Sorry about your kids. Like, no, you got to fix it. In the beginning, I remember saying, it'll just be me forever. It'll just be me. And that's the one that most of the time I'm like, it's out of here. Right? Like, I'll go back to one chair. And then I'm like, absolutely not. Everybody loves it here. Yeah. Managing your own emotions is probably the hardest because you're going to be the one tired. You're going to be the one. It's
not making decisions when you're upset. That's a big one. I think that like probably once a month I have this moment of, fuck,
yeah.
like I can't do this anymore. why did I do this? I should have been a bartender. I don't understand like why I chose this. I was perfect. No, I mean, I was perfectly happy just creating content and like making a course library, and I was good and doing hair. Why did I do this? And then I'll like ChatGPT, like if let's just say that I wanted to like not do this anymore, how would I go about that? And then like, I'm just like, and then the next day I'm like, you stupid bitch, like just go back to work. And then I'm like, I'm not going to stop.
You would be so, imagine the first moment you did that. You would be like, what am I supposed to do now?
I would feel free for like a minute, and then I would feel bored because I like solving problems at the end of the day. Like that's what my brain does. I like to solve problems. I like to solve other people's problems. I like to solve business problems. I like to solve our business problems, their business problems. Like there's always a bottleneck. There's always something. And I think my brain gets really bored when there's not that. So I think just finding actual balance is probably good. Like I've been making a little bit more time for fun, which is good. And actually like stepping away and being present for periods of time in a day. That's what I got right now. And that's good for me.
And just realizing that you didn't have that 6 months ago, right? Like, did you have that? No, now you do, even if it's a couple hours. One thing I think that's good too is like not only being a good leader, but telling people how to be like a better, whether you're like whatever business you're in, if you're a booth renter or an employee, like you still work in a communal area, and like being good together means that you have good communication. Like you come in, what part do you play? If you want the owner or the person in charge to help you, then you have to come in that way too. So if somebody comes to me with a problem, I will give you anything you need. I could care less about things. None of it matters. Things are just things. It's all replaceable. You want a new something and I can provide it for you. Okay. But come to me with a solution and what you want. Don't play games. Don't have an attitude. Like ask me. Not like, sure wish I really had that. That would be so cool. What is it that you want? Like, nobody has minutes to waste anymore. Could you just come directly at me? Like, what is it that you need? And offense is so huge now. Give people grace. Like, not everybody means to offend you at all, ever. And the fact that we have to be like, please hear me when I say this. I'm sorry. Like, peace and love, or no offense, or sorry about that. Or like the last week I decided I'm not going to say sorry when I have to be the boss. I'm like, I'm not saying sorry anymore.
I have a hard time, I think, holding people accountable. I think that's my hardest thing. I have a deep-seated thing that I want everyone to like me.
Me too.
Like I want to be a cool boss, not a regular boss. And then what happens is like, I just kind of at times let everyone have like a free for all. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what happened? Like months later, I'm like, oh no, things have gotten a little bit out of control. Everybody's on vacation at the same time. Nobody's working right now. 1,000 unanswered phone calls, things like that. And then I'm like, okay, nope, gotta be more structured than that. You could be cool and fun and still hold people accountable.
And the only good part about that is like you look back and you're like, oh, it's something I can fix. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's the part of being the owner.
It's like, almost always, I always blame myself. I'm always like, oh yeah, no, this was me because I did not correct it, or I didn't do anything about it, or I didn't catch it, or I didn't hold that person accountable. I allowed it. I didn't do my research. Whatever it is, it's me. I felt too bad. I didn't want to have a hard conversation. Whatever it is, like it all comes down to me. And I think the hardest thing for me has been learning how to have hard conversations when I come from an avoidant family.
Avoidant meaning, like, just clarification, like everybody just kind of danced around it. No one ever answered the question.
We are okay, so there was like zero emotion in my household, like besides laughter, like laughter, maybe anger from time to time, but like we don't cry. We don't express emotion to each other. We don't have hard conversations. It's like we have fun and sometimes we fight. That's it. Okay. So it's not like, hey, can I talk to you about what you said before? What did you mean by that? Like we never had like mature communication like that.
Do you think that people that are around our age did when they were children?
Absolutely not. No, our parents are like emotionally
like the
stunted.
90s kids, Like,
yeah.
Because I'm like, no. I don't remember a lot of I need to work on that probably in therapy. Like, I don't remember a lot of my childhood. My dad was always like, who he is now and who he was then is so crazy to see because I have like trauma block. I don't remember. But I remember him being like, don't ask questions like that. Or my mom being like, that's not your business. Or, like, okay.
Yeah. Like they avoided every hard conversation. Yeah. And not even that, but like we didn't cry. It was like embarrassing to cry, that kind of thing. My dad,
And
like,
here we are, we're like, it's okay to feel, right?
and then, yeah, exactly. Oh, also like just the passive aggressiveness that I came from, I would say, instead of just having the conversation, like this upset me, instead of like building up resentment, like I'll have a tendency to do that because that's like kind of how I grew up, I think, instead of addressing things. And so I've had to work really hard to like just address things as they come in so that I don't build up resentment and then start being passive aggressive. It's just it's a lot. It's actually like just a lot of inner work being a leader and growing a business.
So much. Like so much. It's like, how many books am I going to read? All of them. And so many people have written books, so we'll be doing it the rest of our life. Like there's always some you haven't read, right? And that's a cool feature to ask ChatGPT. Have you done that? Like based on I have like a therapy channel, so I'm like, what book should I read next? And it's like, and I'm like, oh, cool.
What did it say? What are you going to read next?
I have one upstairs. It's like Atomic Habits was the last one. It's about how to manage your time.
Oh yeah, I've read that.
I was like, I feel like I've read that. And it's like, you need it in this point in your life. And I'm like, okay.
Let me ask it right now. Based on everything you know about me, what book do I need to read next to level up?
Okay, I'm going to ask mine in this channel too.
The Great CEO Within.
I like it.
By Matt McCary. Practical playbooks for being a powerful, grounded leader while scaling fast. Meeting cadences, hiring frameworks, leadership mindsets that will stop you from spiraling into micromanaging. And then the other two that it told me I already read, The Happiness Advantage and $100 Million Leads. But I should probably read The Happiness Advantage again. It was really good.
You're going to die what mine is.
What?
Okay, there's two. The first one is The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weist. It's about transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. The second one, are you ready? Yeah. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It's like I have a list of 10. Would you like all of them? I'm like, wow, I really got a lot of reading to do.
Now I want to ask it. Oh, wait, there was another question that I had. Be real with me. What is my biggest area you see that I need for growth as a leader?
Man.
Emotional regulation and behavioral consistency. You already have insane vision and drive. You see opportunities everywhere. You're a master at creating urgency, and you can literally will things into existence. But your strength flips on you. The same intensity that makes you magnetic also makes you reactive. Your team feels your swings more than you realize. When sales slow, ads misfire, or somebody flakes, you spiral into hypervigilance. OCD checks, micromanaging, escalating too quick. The team interprets that as instability, even if you're just in your head. They don't see you as weak, but they do ride your waves instead of anchoring in your certainty. What that costs you, it makes people hesitate instead of taking bold action. It causes you to burn extra energy on control instead of strategy. It erodes the consistency needed to build long-term culture and trust. You need to become the person whose emotional state is untouchable. Calm when sales dip, calm when someone goes, calm when things feel heavy. Not calm as in soft, calm as in steel, spine, unshakable. Wow. That's pretty accurate.
There was a TikTok thread on like, what have you solved with ChatGPT? Nikki and I have talked in the past, like we can't really do social media for scrolling. It's like to post or to...
Because it's work.
Yeah. So we do Pinterest, right? But so...
Can't catch me there.
Yeah. So I was looking at TikTok and it was like things you've solved with ChatGPT. And the comment section, you guys lit. It was like, I've cured my dad's cancer. They said that he had something else and it ended up being cancer and we caught it in time. Like the most beautiful stories you've ever seen. And one of the comments was, if you spend enough time, you will heal your own self-sabotage. And I was like, and then everyone's like, yeah, 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. Da, 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 da. And then one comment was like, if you have it proofread everything that you email or text, it will learn so much about you, which you could call it creepy or whatever. But the theory is they're listening to our phones anyway. So who cares? Here's my theory. You want this life? Come on.
Just surrender to what is. Like, we have to use the tools that make it easier. Okay. Like if you can heal my trauma faster, like let's do it.
So it was like, if you just have it, it learns, you know, what your faults are. And what a great way to learn where you need to grow. Like, what a great way where you need to learn to grow. So I'm like, how can I be this? How can I be that? Well, I remember years ago being like, am I a good mom? Just on Google before ChatGPT. And Google said, if you're asking if you're a good mom, you're already a good mom because you care. And I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool, right? So I asked it the other day, am I a good mom? And it told me how many times that I've like referenced being a mom. Because when you work a lot, you just feel like, do you feel like that sometimes? You're like, am I present enough? Am I aware enough? Do I love enough? I went through a stint where like, I couldn't even really hug Gabe. I was just really broken. And I remember going to therapy and being like, how do I touch him? Like, I can't even physically, I have an issue. Help. And it was like, you ask about him all the time. Your main concern is what he's doing. That is a good mom. You're concerned about him. It was like, oh, if you need reassurance and you can go to ChatGPT and it's going to tell you what you need to do to be a leader, I'm like, okay, what should I drink today? Like, help me with all my problems, would you? Because I got a ton.
And I also have to tell it to check me because it will side with you like all the time. And I'm like, I know that I'm not just like right all the time. Like, I know sometimes I'm just being a fucking bitch and you need to tell me that I'm being a bitch. And so sometimes I'm like, no, I need you to check me and be real with me right now.
Remember when we were at Rainbow and I leaned over to you in quiet and was like, what's it like to be right all the time? And you were like, what do you mean? And I'm like, about people. You have this like amazing ability to know what people are like before I do. I hate it. So now I just ask, I'm like, what do you think about that? And you're like, mm-mm.
Well, I think
you're very good at personalities. Like who you can pick that up before I can. It's not like, I didn't mean it like you're right. It was just like you pick that up. So
it's not foolproof. It's not foolproof though.
You pick it up.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Sometimes I have like blindness in those areas and you're like, Nikki, we've got a stage 5 clinger.
No, listen, I just get like, oh my gosh, you guys, sometimes I don't realize that I have opinions until I'm like full on opinionating and I'm like, who's that girl? I didn't know I had that in me. I'm like, I never was that girl till like last year or something. And I'm like, that is not it. Who said that? And I'm like, oh, I need to be supportive. You are right. Yep. Forgive me for how I acted when that was unnecessary. The stage 5 clinger, that's a funny, Nikki has a stage 5 clinger and we can't talk about it yet, but she really does. And it's not good.
Oh yeah. I think it's a little beyond.
Do you want to know how it started? In high school, they kissed a girl.
That's exactly how it started. I like have a tendency to take people in under my wing and nurse them back to health. And sometimes it bites me in the ass. Let's just say that.
It's okay to be nice though. Like it's okay to be kind. And in some ways you help people. Like even in the extreme situation, if you look at the good you've done, like you've done good for all of these people.
Better boundaries. That's what I need. Better boundaries. With stuff like that. With certain things I have them. But work in progress, right? So what's next for Slice Strands? What should people be excited about?
Okay, so we have like some cool stuff coming. So I'm still waiting on a couple events for the end of the year, just kind of the finalization. The real truth is, you guys, when you have real relationships with people, like Nikki and I would say our relationship is very real. You just are like, okay, let me know what I need to do. And when things go wrong, you wait till they're right. Okay, that's just how that goes. So one event I think I'm going to do mini certifications for flare hair and for piccolos. So small things that people can use to boost their business. Because originally I'm not perfect either, okay? And I wanted it all to be this like perfect, everyone has to do everything. And then I realized that like I can help everybody. You know, I could give you, if you need to do something smaller, then do something smaller. So a couple mini sections. But our biggest thing is I'm working with a couple different avenues on Wild Strands, which is our custom braids that are exclusive to us, being able to do a certification for that and get everybody, you don't even have to be a stylist for that, certified to install those in places. So that would look like festivals, salons, if you're a stylist, anybody. You know, you want to make a little extra money, there you go. Because I always say you're never too good to make $20, you know, like $20 is $20. So how can you make that? And it just was like, we never had the space to think about it till one day we did. This is how Nikki and I function. And we're like, what if we opened it up to the public? Yeah. Boom. Next idea. Your brain will give you the idea when you have the space. So that's really exciting. Next year, we've learned a lot this year about what works and what doesn't work and got our feet places they weren't before. Next year is going to be incredible. I just know it. We have had 2 really good years behind us. Like really, we've been really lucky. I don't even know if it's luck. We've worked really hard, really hard. It feels like 2 years, but it also feels like 2 days. It's a very odd feeling. And it's like, what are we going to do better Next time. What are we going to do better? I stood in the hair room today and I was like, you just look in here and like, it's wild. How did you even get here?
I know. It's like, well, that escalated quickly. It's really cool. I think we're going to have like a really good amount of in-person events next year. We're even doing with those Wild Strands, we're even doing our first festival with them.
We are. Oh, yeah. And we're going to do charms. I love crafts. So now the crafts are infiltrating into it.
So we decided to see how it goes ourselves first, just for fun. We'll be the guinea pigs. So we're doing a music festival, Wild Strands, in September, and we'll probably film it and stuff just so you guys see like if that's something that you want to do. But I know that the last time we did an event with them, we must have did like, how many Wild Strands did we do in Vegas?
185.
185. So let's say you profit $20 off of each one.
It's a lot of money.
That's like $4K, right? Something like that, close to it.
So Vegas, for an example, like next year, it'll be different. We'll probably do right. Like you just learn what you're going to do.
What works, what doesn't work. Yeah.
We don't typically sell anything we don't do ourselves. And what's funny is like we have 1,000 jobs and here we are like, when I go to a music festival and do a braid bar. Yeah.
We got to see, we got to see if we can do it first before before other people, like we got to see how it goes for us and be the guinea pigs, right? Like, shit.
Did you get your Airbnb?
No, I should do that, huh?
Like immediately?
I'm going to want to stay there by myself.
What do you mean? What about the kids and Allison?
I'm not going to bring them. We'll see. Well, if the dog can come, then yeah. But either way.
It is in a town where dogs go everywhere. I'm sure the dog can come.
You think? Okay. So I'll just
absolutely
book it. YOLO. Okay.
I'm going to tell you that you need to do that. That would be so cool.
For those of you that are watching this and not viewing it, or if you're seeing the clips of it, this is a Wild Strand. So they're just beaded in and they're really freaking cool. So make sure that you follow Slice Strands Hair and Wild Strands and Alyssa. We'll drop all of these links. And if you want to do the extension certification, it's literally incredible. We'll drop the link to apply for that too. But yeah, we just have a lot more exciting things coming this year. Lots of in-persons and
a lot of fun. We're always doing something.
Yeah, always
We're
up to something.
Probably going to end up with an Airstream. Nikki tells me no all the time, but
something wild. I feel like I might get. I feel like an RV.
She wants an RV. I want an
tour van.
An Airstream. They're so much nicer.
I'm not going to trailer it. I know that for sure.
What if we had a driver?
Who's driving it?
Okay. Haven't you heard my driver story yet? Picture.
I know that you want one.
Have I told you what he looks like?
No.
This is true manifestation. He looks like Paul Wall when he was younger. The grill. He's very cute, muscular. And he's like, Alyssa's busy right now. Okay. Can't come out of the car. Don't talk to her. Full grill.
And he opens the door and he's like,
yes. And he's married. I'm not trying to date. Okay. None of that. He's married, happily lives his own life. The dude just drives me everywhere. The reason that I need him to take this job seriously is because I don't want to answer questions I don't want to answer. I have to work back there. I got stuff to do. Okay. I just need you to be like, here she is, shooba-dooba-dee. And then I can be like, can you pick up Nikki on the way? And he'll be like, yeah, they're busy. They're doing stuff. And we'll just be back there like, what do you think about this? What do you think?
Yeah. Right? As we throw up because we both get car sick.
No, it has to be a really nice car with a lot of air.
A lot of air.
I feel like in my heart, a Paul Wall imitation would be a really good driver. So this is why I'm stuck on it.
Yeah, he'd be good for sure.
Smooth, right?
I just want the guy that we had in Arizona.
Yeah, I miss him. He was so good.
He was so good. He was so funny.
Who paid for it? Can we find him? Can you move your
I did. Where yeah. I know this is really weird, but one time 2 years ago, I was in your Uber.
It's never been the same.
And no one has ever compared.
Well, I don't remember what he was telling us that was so funny, but I remember laughing till I was like crying.
Oh, remember there was a guy in the class that was a little shady and he was like,
yeah,
that stank ass bitch or something like that.
Yeah, who was wearing that shirt, that like imitation shirt and talking.
Yeah, he's like, he's trifling. He's full of shit. Here's just going on. It was so funny.
Everyone I've had ever since, like I text Nikki when I was just in Chicago, I said, oh my God, dude, the Uber driver, it was an hour, no air, no window to roll down. And he kept burping. And I was like,
why didn't you just ask him to put on the air?
I tried. You don't think we tried? We tried. We get out of the car. And Wyatt and Gabe are just like,
That was
none of us
heinous.
can even. Brandy, this is the best part. Brandy was looking over at someone just out the window trying to survive. And the guy, in traffic, right? The guy driving looks at her like this. I just start laughing. I'm like, we're having a staring contest. Make it stop. Like, this is so bad.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Every Uber we had, they were eating. Another guy had like wet towels all over him. I'm like, what is happening?
You got to get Uber Black. It's worth the splurge.
I did.
And they weren't nice?
No, because Uber Black, they're all Uber Blacks. And I think that they're all black like SUVs. And I think that they rent them out to people to drive them. They're parked and they all have certain license plates. Anyway, that's for another time. Yeah.
Oh, it's like that in New York too.
They say like LV, like luxury vehicle, and then they have a different license plate. Not good. Anyway, if you're an Uber driver and you're super cool and you drove us in Arizona, please find us.
There may be a job for you in the next 4 to 5 years.
We're going to have a really good year next year, and we're going to need you to drive us, and we're going to change your name to Paul.
Also hiring a handyman full time.
We also need a handyman, and you can't do anything else but help us with all our problems.
Just everything. Yeah. Not a single inconvenience. But yeah, thanks. This was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging with us, and maybe you'll come back again before my partner,
so you're not boring?
Sister, comes back. Yeah, because I really think that maybe I made that up, or somebody told me it wasn't as good.
I don't know who would talk to you like that.
I don't know, but it really offended me. I'm thinking it was a dream, but I can't remember. But I'm not like I wasn't super offended. I was just like, oh, that stung a little bit, but I don't know. I think it might have been a dream.
Yeah, I feel like maybe
it wasn't as good. I felt like I had nobody to like riff with. Like it was just me talking.
What do you talk about by yourself? Like you're just like, and then
it's just me on a rant. Okay, whatever.
It's just that we do so many lives. They're already over. You know what I mean? Like how many rants can you have?
Exactly. Like I did the best I could with what I had, and that's all. That's all I can give. So
you did a good job.
Yeah. That's what you get. Well, thanks, Alyssa. We are going to leave all of the links, Alyssa's Instagram, the Slice Strands TikTok, Wild Strands, the whole 9. Make sure you follow along because we've got some really exciting stuff coming up. Like, follow, subscribe, and yeah, if you want to apply for certification, the link for that will be here as well. So,
like and subscribe.
I'll see you soon. Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.